Hi, welcome to the weekly roundup here on #Brant. Let's get right into it. Useless information for this week is called cheesy. It's called cheesy because I found out today that you can actually get addicted to cheese. Yes, you can. Cheese, when it is taken from just milk form and made into cheese, most of its water is removed, leaving behind concentrated casein and fat. Concentrated dairy products like cheese have especially high levels of opiates and even morphine. So yeah, you can get addicted to cheese. And they've actually found this, it's mostly in mother's milk. So anything that comes from any mammal that has milk that it typically gives to its offspring, that's part of how the bond is formed. So guess what? You're addicted to your mother. Happy Mother's Day! Alright, so drafted. I was going to go all apeshit on this story about a family who had sent an $846,000 inheritance check through UPS from TD Bank. And UPS lost it, and TD Bank wasn't coming good for it, and UPS was like, hey, we're not perfect, sorry. And this poor person that was waiting for this inheritance check was like, but what do we do now? You lost like nearly $1 million. Somebody's going to come good for it, right? And there was a whole lot of stuff going on where the bank was like, well, you know, we can't do it until we have this in place and that in place. And there was a whole bunch of red tape happening, and it just looked like these people were going to get screwed. And then TD went, nah, it's okay. We'll just, seeing as you told everybody on the entire planet about it, here's a check. So now I got nothing to bitch about. I'm throwing 3 markers for that. And I'm dropping one on the floor apparently too. You may notice that I've actually turned things around a little bit for my set, which is also our kitchen. I don't know why I did air quotes because it actually is our kitchen. I'm trying to get a more clean shot, but I still want to be able to reach over there to the sink so that I can throw my markers in it whenever I feel like it. Okay, so The Last Jedi. Now, part of my in-studio audience tonight includes somebody who has not seen The Last Jedi yet. So I'm not going to be as spoilery as I normally would have been. But I'll mention a few things. There is a return of a character that you're going to be like, oh, that's cool! And there's going to be some really neat Jedi mind trick type stuff going on from Jedi to Jedi. Jedi to Sith, person to person, whatever you want to call it. We were extremely thrilled. I already did a video and threw it on my Facebook and then tossed it on my YouTube channel as well. Hey, excuse me. No sense holding that one in, muzzle it out. I'm going to throw a marker for that one. Woo! Burp train is on the track tonight. Okay, so there were things that I stayed away from spoilers as much as I could for The Last Jedi because I really kind of wanted to go in as surprised as possible. I'd watched the trailers, even the one that the director said, oh, you know, you maybe shouldn't watch this one. It didn't tell me anything. Just like the video I made about that trailer, it didn't tell me a thing. It just gave you a bunch of, ooh, what about this? Ooh, what if this happens? It just made us go, ooh, I really want to see this movie. And it worked because it was fantastic. We really loved it. The whole family did. As a matter of fact, we may possibly go back and see it again this weekend. But that's the kind of people we are. So The Last Jedi was absolutely just, I loved it. 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 Go see it. Okay, so I found something this week that I was going to devote the entire show to, but there was just too many other cool things to talk about. So I've called it Canadian Answers. So this happened on Twitter. There was a bunch of questions. I need to reload. I did not answer every single one of the questions, or I didn't write down every single one of the questions. But apparently, why do Canadians do the things they do? The world wants to know. Like I said, this happened on Twitter. I don't know if it originated from someplace else, but Twitter was where I had found this information. So I'm going to read off the Canadian answers, and having been born and raised in Canada, I know the answers to every single one of them. Or I'll make it up. Okay, so here's the Canadian questions. Why do Canadians have to say Z instead of Z? First of all, we don't have to. That's just the way our language formed from typically being English and Irish, and there's all kinds of descendants here. That's just something that's stuck here. We don't have to. We can say whatever we want to because we live in a free country. But that is just how our language evolved, I guess if you will, here in Canada is we say Z. And there's times I say Z. I say zebra, I don't say zebra, because that's stupid. Don't do that. It's a zebra, not a zebra. Alright, why do Canadians not know how to drive in an inch of snow? This is all written in capitals, so I'm going to read that again. I'm going to read this the way the person wrote it. Just so that people that do stuff in all cap locks, this is how you sound when people read. This is what people hear in their head. So I'm going to reread this question. So here we go. Why do Canadians not know how to drive in an inch of snow? It happens every year. We do know how to drive in an inch of snow. As a matter of fact, we know how to drive in a couple of feet of snow. Carefully. There's just a few people that kind of forget. And then there's the stupid people that'll never know how anyway. Not worried about those guys. They can't even put their shirt on in the morning, for crying out loud. Why do Canadians love Tim Hortons so much? They sell donuts. What isn't to love? America runs on Dunkin's. Canada runs on Tim Hortons. It's a different name, but it's the same fuel. Coffee and donuts. It's got caffeine in it and sugar. But I can't figure out what part there is that we're not supposed to love about it, so I think it's just a stupid question. Okay, next. Alrighty, so why do Canadians whine that our Thanksgiving is too late? Our Thanksgiving is perfect. It's the beginning of a non-stop 6-week holiday bender. I don't give a shit when you celebrate anything, including Thanksgiving. I forgot the name of the holiday. I hate when my brain does that. I really don't. I don't care. And I'm assuming it was an American, obviously, that asked that question. Probably mostly American questions. Not to pick on the Americans. I'm related to some of them. But I don't care to celebrate Thanksgiving. It doesn't bother me. I've never ever said, silly Americans, they wait too long to celebrate Thanksgiving. Celebrate Thanksgiving in the middle of June if you want. I give a shit. Alright, so why do Canadians laugh at everything? I'm going to tell you a secret about Canadians that nobody's ever told you before. I'm probably going to get in trouble for this. Okay? Here's why we laugh at everything. Because we have a better sense of humor than everybody else. But really deep down inside, we're fairly, I'm stuttering now, we're fairly angry about a lot of things. But we don't talk about it. I think that's a little bit of the British heritages. We just sort of cork stuff, you know? So we laugh, because that helps release the pressure of being pissed off at stuff all the time. That's why I have a channel where I get to bitch about stuff. Alright? So we're laughing on the outside, but on the inside, we're angry people. Alright. Why do Canadians say sorry? Look, you know what? I'm sorry, but I am not going to apologize for being polite. That's what it is. When you bump somebody, you say, I'm sorry. It's polite. If you knock something over, you say, I'm sorry. It's polite. That's what you do. It's the polite thing to do. We don't say sorry more than other people do. We say sorry the appropriate amount of times, and the rest of the world who doesn't say sorry as much as we do could learn a thing or two from us Canadians. Be a little bit more polite. And I'm sorry if that bothers you. Okay. Why do Canadians like ketchup so much? Well, first of all, not every Canadian likes ketchup. I've got kids and they don't like ketchup chips. I've got kids that don't put ketchup on their hamburgers. I got one kid doesn't put anything on his hamburger. It's bun, burger, bun. Bun, burger, bun. Bun, burger, bun. It's just fun to say, so I want to do it one more time. Bun, burger, bun. That's it. No cheese, no ketchup, no mayo, no mustard, no relish, anything like, not 16, rows of pickles like my wife likes. Doesn't like anything on his burger. So we don't all like, what are you saying to me? My wife is in the back. Okay, I'm going to let you guys in a little secret. My wife's behind me. You husbands will understand this. Yes, she's doing it. Right now. She just did it to me again. She's going. And I'm supposed to know what a wavy line made with her finger is, because she's trying not to say anything to me, but she's trying to sign language it in such a way that I'm supposed to figure out what this. What is that? Now she's laughing so hard she can't tell me.
The boy likes fucking bacon.
He likes bacon. Okay, well that's not a condiment. Next! Alright, what was I talking about before I started whining about my wife? Ketchup. Yeah, lots of us like ketchup. Lots of us don't. And we like ketchup flavored chips. Get over it! Alright, why do Canadians say A? I actually have an honest answer for this, eh? It's part of, again, the fact that we are all immigrants, okay? All immigrants. All of us that didn't originate from here, we're all immigrants. And we all come over, and our families came from elsewhere, okay? So, Scottish, Irish, that A used to be
I.
I. As in I, Captain. I is how it started. And they still say I over in England and Ireland and places like that. I is still something that's said. That came over with us. And I became A. It just made a transition over time. So it's not just a Canadian thing. It's actually something it's deeper rooted in our heritage than just being Canadian. It's something that we morphed into a Canadian saying, but it started as I. And now it's A. A? You know what I mean, eh? Hey, I'll see you next week, eh?